Good morning. As you can tell by my smile, I'm not grumpy this morning. I do feel a little groggy today, however, and that is given what the day is, and probably because I was up a little later last night than usual. So, today, July the 8th, is the last day that I heard my mother's voice. It's the last day that we had a conversation. It's the last day that we laughed, she barked orders, asked questions. It's the last time that she was able to verbally participate in prayer. It is the last day that we heard her accent and everything else because it was the day that she went into surgery. And so there are a lot of mixed emotions. And so when I woke up this morning, I felt tired. Not like I got hit by a truck, but I was tired. I know that I was wrestling in my sleep. I could also tell that I was snoring like a grizzly bear because my throat hurt. And so the one word that I had for myself today was grace. To give myself grace. Going through grief absolutely sucks, okay? Grief sucks anyways, but when it is someone like your mother that you are grieving, everything becomes a memory. Everything becomes a trigger. And sometimes they happen at the most inopportune time. So today, I'm not going to press myself to walk all around the mulberry bush. I'm not going to press myself to reach some time goal. I'm not going to press myself to reach some mile goal. I'm just going to simply stroll. My mother loved to walk, and that was one of her things. Matter of fact, that's one of the things that we have done as a family for as long as I can remember. We would go and take walks around the neighborhood, walks around the park, and then we upgraded to biking. And I'm just going to casually stroll today and indulge in one of her activities that she loved to do. And I'm just going to walk. Today is not about a goal. Today is simply about resting in what this day meant for me and brought for me a year ago, and then giving myself grace to not only be able to navigate it, but to be kind to myself today, and to not to be too hard on myself, and just to make space for all of my emotions, because I'm sure I will have some big emotions today. And I'm sure, even though my daughter doesn't quite remember, and she may, I'm not sure, but even though she may not be fully aware of what today is, and my little cousin may not be aware of what today brings, their body keeps the score, and I'm sure their bodies will remember. And so I'm going to be gracious today, and we're just going to follow the day in whatever it brings, and be kind to each other and hold each other. So I just close out to say, find an accountability partner, because in moments of uncertainty and in moments of grief and in moments when you feel like you got hit and run over by a Mack truck, you're going to need someone to be there with you. And then be aware of your patterns, as I am becoming more and more aware of mine and how they're impacting my day to day. Push through. And again, pushing through does not mean overworking. It just means continuing forward, and then rest. And then after you rest, oh man, I forgot what yesterday was. Okay, well, grief brain, give yourself grace. Have a super fantastic day, and I will see you all tomorrow.